The views and opinions expressed in this content are that of a continuously evolving nature and are subject to change as humanity evolves into higher states of awareness.
Hi guys, sorry about the bad camera angle this morning, but I've just woke up and I had a quick download to share with you guys because I woke up with negative thoughts. Now sometimes I wake up with negative thoughts and it's very hard when you wake up with negative thoughts to put yourself on that positive momentum. And I came up with an analogy that might help people do this, and I'm going to try this myself. So let's say this is your house and sorry about the round windows there. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it looks all right. Okay. So let's say you walk out your house and you go down some steps to a train station. Looks more like a tent, but never mind. And on this train station, you have you can get two trains, can't you? You can get one train going that way and one train going this way. Now let's say this way is the positive momentum, this way is the negative. Now when you get up in the morning, you go down this train station, you have a choice whether you want to go on the positive train or the negative train. Okay, so if you imagine this when you wake up in the morning, and if you choose the positive train, okay, try and think of what you would see when you look out the window of that positive train. You'll see positive things, you'll see nice trees, nice animals, nice people, all kinds of nice things you'll see out the window. And if you go on the negative train, you'll start to see nasty things, things people have vandalized, all this stuff, and just dead animals, things like that. So if you can imagine that, now what train would you prefer to go on in the morning? I know everybody would prefer probably to go on the positive train, I hope. Okay, I hope everybody would choose the positive train. But in reality, our minds are programmed in a way where we have to kind of have these negative thoughts because we feel like we need to fix these negative thoughts before we can focus on positive thoughts, you see? Especially my mind. I've tried many things over the years to try and think of ways in thinking positive, and it's very, very hard because your mind automatically goes on that negative spiral. And I think with me, because I tried meditation a lot, I've tried the law of attraction teachings, which is the new age stuff, which a lot of it is real, by the way, but a lot of it isn't real as well. A lot of it's just make-believe. But the law of attraction is a real thing, and I'm going to go into that in a moment. But with me, I cannot focus on a positive thought without my mind saying, well, I'll let you focus on this positive thought if you deal with this negative thought first, you see? So that's where the problem comes in, because we've programmed to try and deal with negative thoughts so that we can be positive. And in reality, this doesn't work because a lot of the negative thoughts we have cannot be fixed at that specific time. So what's the option? You can either think about that negative thought all day and have a horrible day because the law of attraction will bring horrible things to you, or you can go on the positive direction and have a good day. And when you have a good day, that problem that you're thinking about that's causing the negative thought will eventually subside anyway, because you have to think to yourself, this too shall pass. All negative things in your life always pass eventually. In fact, they'll pass even quicker when you go on the positive, you see, because positive attracts positive. Positive thoughts create positive feelings create more positive thoughts, and this is basic science. Whatever energy your thoughts are out there in the universe, you will attract. We've all had good days where we go out and we're on a positive vibration, we're in a really good mood, and loads of good things start happening, okay? We'll go to a coffee shop and the coffee will be perfect. You'll go to a restaurant and the restaurant service will be brilliant. They'll give you something free at the end of it. You'll feel like you've had a great day. And that's because the positive attracts positive and negative attracts negative. This is just science. It's not science that the scientists kind of look into at the moment very much, but they will in future because they'll realise all this stuff's real and it's not so esoteric after all. But yeah, anyway, so if we choose to go on the positive, okay, and we try and think of positive things, sometimes negative thoughts will come in as well. And when you're at the train station, it's very easy to switch between the two. You see, you can switch between the positive and the negative. easier because the tracks are closer together. You see, so it's very, very important when you get a negative thought to try and switch it to positive while you're close to the tracks. Because if you go off on the negative, okay, and the train goes off, then it takes you away from the positive, you see, because the tracks part, and the more the tracks part as you leave the station, the harder it is to jump from one track to another. This is the momentum of the law of attraction as well. So it's very, very important to try and focus on the positive thoughts there instead of it when it's too late, because the more you go on that negative momentum, the more it becomes harder to switch to positive, because the law of attraction is bringing all these negative things and thoughts and feelings and physical manifestations to you see, because you're on that momentum. So this is just an idea, guys. I'm going to try this over the next few weeks. Soon as I wake up in the morning, instead of having a negative thought, I'm going to try and switch it to a positive one. Try and imagine going down to the train station and actually getting on the train. I'm going to imagine that and just think to myself, I'm on the positive train today, and I'm going to see what happens. And hopefully this will work. If you guys try this as well, if you've got any other ideas of how to switch your negative thoughts to positive ones, please let us know. If you are struggling with your mental health, try this, leave a comment, tell us how it works, because if I've got my own evidence of this working and yours as well, that's more evidence. And evidence is everything in this reality when we try and improve it for the greater good of humanity. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm off now to go on this positive train, and I'm going to go and get a coffee, and I'm going to go and have a lovely day, and let's see how that goes. Have a nice day, guys. Please like, subscribe. See you on the next video.